I don't know why Chris Ikechukwu and Emeka Brown thought that
Wow.
we are going to learn that step because I know that's
Who is learning it? No, he did it for himself.
did it for himself.
Who wants to
I know that's down.
leg work? I'm still struggling. Now come and give me.
It is not for you people. It is for the real dancers. Why are the people talking? Okay.
You know me, I'm an alien that's using moon as TikTok. So I feel one learner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Efforts to remake beloved animated films into a live-action experience have had mixed results in recent years, as capturing the energy and characterization that makes those movies great isn't always an easy task. Luckily, there have been plenty of films that have managed it successfully. When you have great movies, some live-action remakes can become classics. In order to understand this better, here are 5 best live-action remakes of animated films. This is the Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me.
And number 1, we have Aladdin. Aladdin is a lovable street urchin who meets Princess Jasmine, the beautiful daughter of the Sultan of Agrabah. While visiting her exotic palace, Aladdin stumbles upon a magical oil lamp that unleashes a powerful, wisecracking, larger-than-life genie. As Aladdin and the genie start to become friends, they must soon embark on a dangerous mission to stop the evil sorcerer Jafar from overthrowing young Jasmine's kingdom. Did somebody find the lamp and wish for a live-action Aladdin? In October 2016, it emerged that a new take on the 1992 animated classic was in the works, with Guy Ritchie on board to direct. The new film debuted in 2019 and starred Mena Massoud as Aladdin, Naomi Scott as Jasmine, and Will Smith as the genie, filling the iconic shoes, although does the genie even wear shoes, of Robin Williams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this was one of the ones that I watched. Always been a fan of Aladdin. I was just saying how my
Even the
favorite...
remake?
The remake?
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I still prefer the classic animated.
The animated.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, you grew up with something and then you now see it. Unless they kill it. So, I don't know. Like, the Jafar wasn't giving me Jafar.
Okay,
like, I was so used to... That's what I was about to say that... so, the bad guy, Jafar, like, he had this slinky movement and that I didn't get that from the remake. But the remake was still good. There were camera angles weird that I liked. One part that... Jasmine was singing and then the camera was not going around, and because it was dope. I like what they did, and then they killed it with the animation as well, like the monkey, the Will Smith. It's Will Smith. It's Will Smith.
All right, let's talk about Cinderella. In 2015, Disney remade its 1950 animated classic Cinderella. Like many of the remakes released both before and after, Cinderella starred an ensemble cast of high-profile actors, including Lily James, Kate Blanchett, Richard Madden, Stellan Skarsgård, and Ellen Bonham Carter. The Kenneth Branagh-directed film closely follows the original story. After her father unexpectedly dies, young Ella finds herself at the mercy of her cruel stepmother and stepsisters, who reduce her to slowly maid. Despite our circumstances, she refuses to despair. She attends a royal ball with the help of her fairy godmother and falls in love with Prince Charming, much of the dismay of her evil stepmother. It even earned an Oscar nomination for costume design.
About what you said earlier, you know, like, I'm already attached to the old one already.
We don't like
so when they do a remake, see, to be honest with you, I've not even... See, when you were talking about Aladdin, I did not say anything.
Because you've not seen it.
So you're not even bother.
Yeah,
I get it.
I guess it's also very good.
But then this one, I like this one because I feel like they picked, like, there was a better cast pick for this one. And then I think they also killed with the animation for the outfit as well. Because I was thinking, how are they going to do that whole dress changing?
Yeah. All right, and we're moving up. At number 3, we have Beauty and the Beast. The tale as old as time got a new chapter in 2017. The 1991 classic is the first animated movie to ever get an Oscar nomination for Best Picture, and it returned to theaters as a live-action musical starring Emma Watson as Belle and Dan Stevens as the Beast. Beauty and the Beast cast also includes Luke Evans, Josh Gad, Ian McKellen, Ewan McGregor, Emma Thompson, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, Stanley Tucci, Kelvin Kline, and Audra McDonald. Belle, a bright, beautiful, and independent young woman, is taken prisoner by a beast in its castle. Despite her fears, she befriends the castle's enchanted staff and learns to look beyond the beast's hideous exterior, allowing her to recognize the kind heart and soul of the true prince that hides on the inside. It went on to become the highest-grossing live-action musical film of all time.
Wait. Beauty.
Oh, I love that song.
Do your own.
22, you are doing anyhow.
Daniel.
You two, you know, lady.
No, you can take your own.
No, it's okay. Time don't pass. Beauty and Beast, yes, still as old as time, very classic. What did I feel about it? So I feel like sometimes the storylines for these fairy tales, they used to stress me because Sleeping Beauty, there's like the drug her, she go sleep. This one now, Beauty and the Beast, so they kidnapped you. Then they kept you inside dungeon. Then you now started loving your captor. All this, and my problem is that we grew up watching all these things, and then like, oh my God, I want fairy tale. These are no. If you check, I'm well.
But that is why it is fairy tale. Things that you would only fantasize about and can never happen.
So what did they talk now? So is what you're saying now that like kidnappers now? On like
so that's what I'm saying.
Fairy tale.
Yeah, it's no. I'm
so
not
I could just go love Boko Haram now. Maybe they just pack me. I could just look the guy. Say, wow, nice. I like your cow.
If
you're a beauty under the beast.
If it don't happen, like go carry bed.
But yeah, this one, no surprises. I was one of the highest grossing movies actually, because I mean, Beauty and the Beast is such a classic. Everybody absolutely loves it.
All right, now let's talk about Snow White and the Huntsman. Yes, this isn't your mama's Snow White. In 1937, Disney released the very first full-length animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which is loosely based on a Brother Grimm fairy tale. In 2012, Universal took a stab at the same story with Snow White and the Huntsman. Kristen Stewart, Snow White facing off against Charlize Theron's evil queen, Ravenna, with the help of Chris Hemsworth's Huntsman. The film scored 2 Oscar nominations for costume design and visual effects and a 2016 sequel.
I actually enjoyed this one.
Loved.
Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah,
Loved.
yeah.
I loved it. I loved the action. Then the dwarfs, they went to. I was like, yes, this is how you remake
So
a
for
movie.
me, I would say that maybe this is one that I probably prefer to the original. You can slap me, you'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, so we know how like the doves were just always happy. The other Snow White, she left her house. She said, I want to enter street. She not gonna live with 7 men. That storyline, no too. But then I like this one about the whole Ice Queen and then the dwarf. They just made them look so bad. Yeah. And I think I prefer this one to the original.
Are you serious?
I did.
The remake because of dwarfs?
No, see.
No, so everything, like, look at the queens. Do you see how they were giving you, like, do you see how the queen was giving you, mirror, mirror, I want the wall? Like, it was evil. It wasn't just the cute, mirror, mirror on the wall. Okay. Who is the fairest
like
of them all?
evil.
Oh, yeah, you know now.
No. I think they realized that the audience, the people who watched Snow White back then, have grown up.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
and
you don't want
they're
to.
mature now.
I
So
get
we don't-
it.
So
I get it.
they made the story, more.
They did it for us.
In fact, I like the fact that everyone is on the same page, like, with that, because it is very rare for you to find somebody who would prefer remake too.
Yeah.
No, remake. This remake is giving a big.
All right, and finally at number 5, we have Mulan. It could have told its classic 1998 story with greater depth, but the live-action Mulan is a visual marvel that serves as a stirring update to its animated predecessor. To save her ailing father from serving in the Imperial Army, a fearless young woman disguises herself as a man to battle northern invaders in China. Mulan got the live-action treatment in 2020 as the world premiere of the new Disney classic was held in March that year, but COVID-19 pandemic delayed its theatrical release, so it was moved to Disney Plus that September. Yifu Liu took on the titular role in this action-packed and stunningly short adaptation. She starred as the beloved warrior Hua Mulan, who disguises herself as a man and enlists in the Chinese Imperial Army to save her ailing father. Nikki Caro directed a cast that included Donnie Yen, Utkarsh Ambudkar, Jason Scott Lee, Yosin An, and Jet Li. I can't really choose which one, but yes, the first one, the animation was really, really nice. I loved it. That's when I fell in love with the character Mulan. The remake was nice, but it didn't give me that first feel. You get, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I still prefer the first one. My sister even likes it so much. Her first cat was named Mulan. Yeah, because cat actually looked like... But then, so I think they did a pretty good job for the live action remake. Being that sometimes you can't always get the things you can get in... You can play a lot with animation and not so much with, like, real life. So I think for the visuals, the outfits and everything, it works really well. It was like when I read Harry Potter, then watched it, I was like... What day did I watch? Because I'd already gone to read. Like, somebody's writing, so...
Okay, so
I think that happens.
about,
yeah.
Adaptations, films that are adaptations. Movies will not always come out
like the way,
it would not. You would not get that. So maybe you should stop reading and just go and be watching.
You understand?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Why put Jet Li in the movie when he's not going to fight?
So I think for the... what's the English?
You're wasting him.
Okay, so the thing is, it wasn't a Jet Li movie. They probably didn't want to make it a Jet Li movie. But then, of course, there's no way Jet Li... It was like... For me, it was like a paying homage to him type situation because...
We are not going to accept that.
You just want to be saying Kirigbo, Kirigbo.
No, if there's Jet Li, we know that hands will be flying in the air.
Not every time now.
It has to be
Okay, and I
every time.
remember OJ mentioning the same thing. And I think you guys are just... I don't know.
Because that's the
Go and
Jet
sit down
Li.
You're
somewhere.
the typecast, my guy. Now the typecast them. Baba just one day. No be every time Kirigbo,
No, it's
Kirigbo,
too late
Kirigbo.
for you. You have to fight, sir.
All right. While you are still dealing with the fact
Yes.
that Jet Li was not fighting in Mulan, thank you very much. That's all we can take on a Daily Top 5. What are you watching is coming up next.